evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Set! 319! 319! Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard! Watch in there, Barney! Barney!
They'll run on first down. Scott, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Leopard! Leopard! Here we go now, check! Blue 90! Black 99 Philly, here we go!
They'll keep it on the ground. Scott, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he rifles one incomplete. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Set! Blue 90! Black 99 Philly, here we go! We got three. Watch it now, Barney! Barney! All right, here we go. Watch it. No. Check. Patriot! Black 99 Philly, here we go!
On second down, Scott, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll set up a throw. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Randall Cobb. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Cat and zero out now as he'll kick this one away. Now Tre'Davious White on the return. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. This one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here's Peterman to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And New York set to take the field. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Anunua's got it, complete. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
On second down now, Scott. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. After the interception, here's Peterman. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. A fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1. First and goal. And a give this time to the tailback. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Second down, Peterman. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Charles Clay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. That one clearly still early, but that would be a bit of a surprise. New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Will tie the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Well, there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Green 39.
Looking to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Preston Brown. In from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Here we go now. Blue landed. Blue over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A handoff as they run the counter play. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. On 2nd down, here's Peterman. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him at the 7-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Now Peterman on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
On third and goal, Peterman. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Matt Milano in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. It's really something. Even when he's hitting these from distance, big-time distance, he manages to put them right down the middle, doesn't he?
No doubt about that one. Never a doubt. And this is no extra point. That's 50-plus. And that's the definition of splitting the uprights.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. the gun. Peterman. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
All right, here we go. Leopard!
Throwing now, Peterman on first down. Forced out to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Devon Kennard in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Peterman to throw. And he's going to go down again. 57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the shotgun, Peterman. Steps up. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one is right down Broadway. Around the NFL, second quarter in Chicago. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So out now come the Jets. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Watch left, watch left. Back Leopard! Leopard! All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
On second down, Scott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
And I can see why they're ranked 4th in the NFL against the run. I mean, they are tough to move the ball against. I mean, they have a little bit of everything, right? Run stoppers inside, guys who can make plays outside.
We've seen them shut down running games already this year. They're at it again. He'll look to throw. It's his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Around the NFL, second quarter in Chicago. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They're going to look to throw. Finding some room at midfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cobb. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. To throw now on first down. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. To throw here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So we come upon halftime with a tie score, 13-all. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Peterman finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Second down following the incompletion.
Here we go. No, check. Patriot.
From the gun, it's Peterman. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Again, it's Peterman. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
That one sails out of bounds. A side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Second down, and the offense in search of 6 yards. They'll keep it on the ground. Scott. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Here we go. Over. Now, here we go. Check. 319.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Oh, design run for their wideout. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now it's Peterman. Man open right side. It's the tight end Clay. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Peterman. Left side here, caught by Clay. And down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. So they're operating in the red zone. From the red zone now, here's Peterman on 1st down. Rolling to his right, and that is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Second and 10 now, Peterman. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. And the lead has gotten even bigger. The Texans have got it in cruise control right now. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The New York set to take the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Hauled in by Anderson, left side. All the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are going to retake the lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
And now out come the Bills. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second down now after the pass completion.
All right, here we go. Boom, landing.
Here's Peterman. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Bills on third down, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw is Peterman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. Back now here on EA Sports. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taken in at the 22. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Elsewhere, a third-quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. And the lead has gotten even bigger. The Texans have got it in cruise control right now. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now look at 56. All right, now look at 56. No. Check. Patriot.
On first down, Scott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown. And frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
39. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll set up a throw. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Leopard, let's go. 319.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
The Jets on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll need to get the play off quickly. He'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free. They get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball, accelerating, and off he goes. The 20. And it's a Bills touchdown. We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the return where they didn't create a penalty? Oftentimes in that type of a scrambling situation, someone will clip, someone will block below the waist, right? You name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nunez got it, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
No, check, Patriot. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run on first down. Scott. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, after those plays, the offense coordinator has to feel like he has balance in his favor. Threw it, then ran it, both for nice chunks of yardage. Now he feels like he's got things going in his direction, but the defensive coordinator, his guys are off balance a little bit. How does he set up, and what does he plan for on the next play? Is there a tendency there he can lock in on and maybe set his defensive call?
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Here we go now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
Green 39! Green 39!
Out of the gun, Peterman. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Let's go! Leopard! 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 Over!
Now they'll run it on the toss. Trucks over him. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. And he'll give it here to his running back. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
And to give this time to the tailback. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Now it's Peterman. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So just about a minute to go here, tie ball game.
As fans, we love free football. But the guys in the field don't. They're going to attack and go for the win right now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it's all going to come down to Stephen Hauschka. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it's all going to come down to Stephen Hauschka. And this one is good. Stephen Hauschka delivering in the clutch. On the NFL scoreboard, fourth quarter now at Soldier Field. And the Bucs swinging back in front in that offensive affair. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Bills, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.